Hey guys, several of you have asked on social media for me to upload a video of a sound clip of the Armytrix C7 ZR1. As far as I know, this is the first Armytrix ZR1 out there. They have done several Z06s. People ask me what made me go with Armytrix. I think they're out of Phoenix, Arizona. I did a lot of research on the internet, try to see what exhaust is, what was new on the market. I've used Acropovic several times before. I currently have it on my Z06. Love it. It's got a great look, a real deep bassy tone. It doesn't sound like anything else out there, but to be honest, it doesn't give you that head-turning, wild, mild, experience. It's not as, I probably a little bit used to it, but I don't think it's as loud as some of the old school Billy Boat and Corsas that I've had in the past. But anyway, I found this Armytrix. Really like their sound clips. I've watched a couple people on YouTube that had it, and so it comes in this crazy tip right here. This is like a burnt carbon, kind of reminiscent of a rocket glare. This kind of burnt the tips. I went back and forth on whether I should do that or carbon fiber, so I actually have an extra set of Acropovic carbon fiber tips. And so I thought, well, if I don't like the look, I'll just throw those on. But what happens is when you put carbon fiber on the C7 ZR1, that all that back there is black, and so you don't really see it. It just disappears. I mean, this thing glistens in the sun. I mean, it's got a crazy look to it. If you look underneath, it's all chrome all back through there, and so really a great look. And so I've never been happier with an exhaust purchase than with this Armytrix. When I started it, it put like a smile on my face. I mean, this thing is crazy loud and just really nice. It has all the little gurgles in it when you downshift. And if you guys know, I went with the 7-speed. That was the reason that I bought the ZR1 instead of waiting for a C8. I'm a manual guy, and so I wanted the last 7-speed made. And so it's got the rev matcher on it. And so when you get that rev matcher with this Armytrix, it is one amazing sound. Now, I've tried this video a couple times, and each time it's so loud that it resets my camera and it turns off the video. This is an iPhone 11. I guess it's got something in here that does that. But anyway, so the deal is with the Armytrix, you can control it from your iPhone. They also give you a remote, and you can control it from that. They use a vacuum system, and I asked them why they went to vacuum, since the ZR1 comes from the factory with electronic valve control. And the technicians that I spoke with kind of mentioned that the electronic valve control is unreliable over time. It can get hot and get stuck, and they just think that the way to go is the vacuum. Well, that makes anybody that knows anything about cars, that makes the install a little more difficult. And plus, now we're dealing with a supercharger, so there's less places to grab vacuum. So it made the install quite lengthy trying to figure it out, because the parts that I was sent were for a Z06 because they haven't done a ZR1. And anyway, through a lot of trial and error and some modifications on our part, my boy Justin down at Mr. Muffler here in Stillwater, Oklahoma, the only guy I use for my car on exhaust purposes. And anyway, he was able to prefab it and get it just right. And so we got it installed, and it's working like a charm. And the only thing is that every time I shut it off, it resets to the mild mode. That's something that's in the computer program. I got to read the manual more to figure out how I can get around that. If you live in a neighborhood, it's probably a good thing, because when you start your car up, it won't be that loud, because this thing is like wall shaking loud. I live on a ranch, so the horses, that's the only people I got to worry about, and they will start running once I start this thing, more than likely. So anyway, I'm going to start it. I've already warmed it up, got the oil pressure good, so I'll be able to wrap right into it and let you guys see. I'm having to move the camera back and to the side, because in the previous attempts, it is so loud that it's shutting the camera off. So let's give it a little shot. When I first start it up, you're going to notice that it's mild. It'll be in the mild setting. It takes about 1.5 seconds to go to the wild setting. And then I'll give you a couple of accelerator wraps to let you see just how loud it gets.